Hi, welcome to the Ticket2Teach information session. I'm Michael Spicurla. I'm Executive Director at the County Office of Education, and I've worked with launching a number of apprenticeship programs in this county. We currently have 125 apprentices working in tech and manufacturing, and recognizing the great need for early childhood education professionals, we're trying those same approaches in apprenticeship here in San Luis Obispo. So welcome, and I'm going to turn it over to my colleagues in early childhood education for the next slide. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. We'll take turns introducing ourselves. My name is Katie Mervin. I am the director of the Cuesta College Children's Center. I am also faculty at Cuesta, and I recognize a couple names in the attendee list, so it's always fun to see names I know. I'm just here. First of all, I'm really happy to be part of this program. I've been part of it since the beginning, and it's something that we've needed so long in our county and really everywhere else, the whole state, the whole country. There is a historic critical shortage of early childhood educators, and it shows not only in the reduced capacity that we have to house children, but the impact on families and their abilities to work, the hours they can work, who they might need to call for emergencies and care. There's a lot of different ways we see it. And of course, it affects the children and the families the most. So this program was made to not only address the need to build our capacity for early childhood education, but also to address the low pay for professionals in the field. It's not something fun to talk about, but it's a reality. Everyone in this field is underpaid and a little bit undervalued. You guys do amazing work, and you deserve a lot more money than you get. And part of this program is not only to immediately address the wages that people are earning. If you're earning minimum wage, we immediately, once you're part of the program and employed, bump up your pay. But it's also showing that we believe that in the value of educators. We believe in this, and we want to find ways to encourage not only this program to bump up pay, but programs out there, and show, government services and school districts and beyond that this is something that really needs to be talked about and helped with. The Ticket2Teach apprenticeship program, it's a local initiative that is a partnership between Cuesta College and the San Luis Obispo County Office of Education to address the challenge of increased demand for early childhood education and low wages. And it's really designed to support individuals entering the field. I keep talking about this need for teachers, and we want people to enter the field and know that as long as they have those 12 core units, they are qualified to work in many centers and many different roles. And so if you see yourself as that person right now or soon in the future, we'd love to talk to you about how to pair you with an employment site so that you can get out there and get that hands-on experience and start to see where you fit in this wonderful world. And then also it's for ECE professionals building their credentials, because I know I went to Cuesta for many, many years, and I would have benefited from this program because I was there and I maybe had, 24 ECE units, but I knew I had to go back. If I had been part of this program, it would have given me the push I needed, and it would have given me a way to communicate better with my employers about what my career goals are, and just that professional support also to know what else is out there, because some of us can sometimes feel stuck in our positions and not know what other opportunities are out there. So I'm really excited to be here and be part of this, and I hope to get to meet you guys all more soon. Next slide. Next person.
It's me, I'm the next person. Hi, everybody. I'm Maggie Chevalier. I also work as an ECE faculty member at Cuesta College. And my other hat that I wear is I'm a Quality Counts coach. Quality Counts is a program underneath CAPSLO working towards quality in the early childhood education professionals of San Luis Obispo County. So I'm looking at our 2 levels of apprentices in our apprenticeship program. We have our pre-apprentices. So those are individuals who have a minimum of 6 ECE units completed, and then we will need them to complete 6 additional units to move up the scale of apprenticeships. And so those 6 ECE units, there's 3 units per class of ECE 201, 202, 203, and 205. And what that does is it gets you to that assistant teacher level of the permit matrix. And that allows you to be able to be qualified to go work in a early childhood classroom. So you spend 1 semester, ideally this would be spring of 2021, at the pre-apprentice level. You sign up for whichever of the 2 classes that you're missing, and then you would attend our monthly cohort meetings. You would get a student education plan at Cuesta College, meet with a counselor to be able to do that, figure out kind of what your next steps are in your degree path or getting those units completed. And then we also have an academic success coach, so we help you kind of figure out your goals with all of your classes. The poll results are up. I'm going to close those so I can keep looking at this. And then, so the goal with the pre-apprentice is, again, going along the academic pathway, working towards an AA in ECE, which is the equivalent of the child development permit at the master teacher level, and or a transfer degree, an AST in ECE. And then with the pre-apprentices, then in fall 2021, you would be eligible to work in the field because you'll have those 12 units completed, go through apprenticeship interviews, and the paid apprenticeship as our designated sites. And then the next level on the next slide is the apprentices. So those are the individuals who are eligible to work in the field. You have those 12 ECE units completed at minimum. You may have more and more and more. So ECE 201, 202, 203, and 205, again, you've reached that assistant teacher level. And so with those apprentices, you will go and do additional coursework, and this could be professional growth and development. So maybe you've taken those base 12 units and you need to go and then take some of the next level, or maybe you already have your AA and you need to take infant toddler, or you want to join in some of those 1 unit activity classes that we're offering, which I'm really excited about. We have loose parts, we have I'm completely blanking on the other ones, but they're exciting, and I helped write them. STEM, that's the other one. And then also administration classes. We are running some good ones of those this semester. So you would come in if you're at that level as an apprentice, also joining in those monthly cohort meetings, having that academic success coach. And then in this semester, spring of 2021, you would join in with the apprenticeship interviews and then be eligible for a paid apprenticeship at designated sites. And Katie sent out, we're offering the 1 unit challenging behavior course this semester. Usually there's 3 and I forgot what the last one is. So thank you, Katie. And then I'm going to roll it over to Lauren to tell us more about the paid apprenticeship, the work aspect of it.
Great, thanks, Maddie. My name is Lauren Thorne. I'm the Early Learning Director over at the San Luis Obispo County Office of Education. So running 8 of our preschool programs, state preschool programs throughout the county from Napomo up to San Miguel. And in addition to that, helping support this grant at the County Office of Ed. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the apprenticeship expectations and sort of how you get paid on the job experience. So Maddie talked a little bit about the pre-apprenticeship and then the apprenticeship program. So this is specifically speaking toward, to you who have, the 12 ECE units ready for employment. Really looking at a 2-year commitment from you guys, 15 hours of work in an ECE classroom where we do the work on our end to find these programs who are quality programs, most often quality counts participants, which Maddie referred to earlier. So we would connect with these employers, figure out how we can support our early learning programs throughout the county, and then connect our apprenticeship students with employers throughout the county. So you'd be working 15 hours with them. And really, if you have, the units as talked about earlier and looking to upskill, so, go from an assistant teacher permit to an associate teacher to a program director, wherever it may be that, and if you're not familiar with the permit, you'll learn about it through this program as well. It's offered through the state. It's sort of a credentialing program for early learning. So we can definitely help with that and help you get to the next level within the permit. And you will be completing a minimum of 9 units each academic year. I know that some students may have, like mentioned earlier, 24 ECE units or whatnot, in addition to ECE, if you need a math class, a biology class, whatever it may be, just enrolled in 9 units. So by the end of the 2-year commitment, you've completed 18 units. And again, there are additional ECE classes that were referred to earlier, especially those new 1-unit classes that are offered each semester. So something, or the administration units. I know that a lot of people put those off, or even if you've gone through a 4-year university, oftentimes you have to come back and finish those admin units. So those are offered, and definitely something you could look forward to taking even this semester coming up. In addition, there's the financial assistance support. Katie said TABE 45 is a great class to take, which is the admin course. So Cuesta College Financial Assistance and Support. So there will be support with textbooks and more. So looking forward to offering that to students who are committed to looking for employment in our county. And then there will be some professional support and development with mentor teachers who we connect you with at these employer sites. So when we commit, or when Quality Counts participants commit to employing apprentice students, they are also committing to professional development on their end to then support your coursework and things that you're working with within your ECE classes. So that really things go hand in hand, right? If you're learning about the Ages and Stages questionnaire or the developmental profile, DRDP, in a class, so is your partnering site. Everybody is really learning together, side by side, and then developing alongside each other. So you will be connected with somebody who's supporting you directly. And you will be part of a professional cohort who meets monthly through the Cuesta component of this program. So you'll have an opportunity to really work on your resume, have conversations around how to prepare for a job interview, things like that. So that's also good support that we offer through this program. So it's education focused as well, but also the professional side with resume and helping you get through job interviews, which we all enjoy. And as far as being placed at a site, we help with that. There will be a process that Heather talks about in just a little bit as far as interviewing for the Ticket2Teach program, but then also being connected to our partnering Quality Counts participants. We do, through this grant, offer to subsidize what employees are paying the apprenticeship students. So if you see, an advertisement at a Quality Counts site that says their starting rate is $13.50, and you're saying, but wait, if I'm part of this program, I thought I was going to be earning $15 an hour. That is true. You will. It's being subsidized, and you will get, you will earn a minimum of $15 an hour. So that's part of the grant. It's assisting in that payment. So that's it for me.
Okay, my name is Heather Wahlberg, and I'm during the day an education specialist and special education inclusion preschool teacher at the Early Learning Academy for Paso Robles Joint Unified School District, and I'm also here to support the Ticket2Teach grant and program, and really support you as apprentice candidates and through this process. So the first step, as you're taking all this information in and you're thinking, yes, this is something I'm interested in, this is something I'm really excited about, I want to get into the classroom, I want to work with our early childhood students and families, the first thing you're going to do as soon as this meeting's over is go to ticket2teach.org. Right on the homepage, there's this, there's something that says apply online, and you're going to click there. And there's this really short application that you're going to fill out tonight. And then that will give us a chance to connect with you. and give us the information that we need to then move forward. So all candidates interested, no matter where you are in the process of your education or your career path, will start with that online application so that we can then reach out and connect with you. That next step will be to the Ticket2Teach team will set up an interview with you to get to know you and what your needs are and where you are in your education and what your goals are, so that we can help support you through the process and help get you to move forward. As Maddie and Lauren kind of discussed, the two different kind of pathways or where to begin in this process, one being the pre-apprentice candidates, that need additional coursework, so need that additional 6 credits in order to qualify for the employment apprenticeship. What we'll do after that interview is really make sure and set you up with the correct people at Cuesta to ensure that you're enrolled in the correct coursework and that you are on that path moving forward, so that we can get you into a classroom as soon as possible and get you ready to be an apprentice. And if you are already qualified and you meet the qualifications for the apprentice candidates, then we will as well make sure that you're enrolled in the correct coursework that you need to be to move forward. But we will also connect you, as Lauren was talking about, with our quality counts partners and those employers looking for employment, so that we can get you into the classroom, whether it's as a substitute or right as those 15 hours per week, or really get you started and employed into one of our partner employers. And this is the beginning process. And then throughout that, we are here to support you through the full 2 years, so that we can help you prepared and get ready and really support you at the beginning of your early childhood career. I think the next is our question and answer. So feel free, if you have any questions for any of us, we are here to answer and provide you with any information we can.
Please use the Q&A feature in the Zoom panel to ask any questions you may have of the panelists.
We love questions, you guys. We love to answer things.
So Jane asked a question. Can a person start this summer or next fall?
Absolutely. We will be doing rolling enrollment. We are typically kind of centering it around the Cuesta schedule and when classes are offered, because this is that dual portion with the work and the education aspect of it. But yeah, we're going to be doing more information sessions and more opportunities for applications all throughout the year.
Were we really that great at answering questions? So I'm going to read this one from Michael. Brenda asked, are there designated centers in the county for students to apprentice, or does a student need to find a job on their own? I'm letting you guys answer it.
I can answer that. So we are partnering with agencies throughout the county, and they're all quality counts participants. So we are definitely working with the employers throughout our county. So it's going to be our role at SLOCO to find those employers who are looking for their employees to serve our community, our children, our families. And then we are the liaison between the early learning centers and the apprentice.
Someone asked, do you need to already have 6 units to enroll in this program?
So yes, you need those base 6 units, but we are definitely, all of us across the board, we want you to get started. We want you to get going. So while we need you to have 6 units to be part of Ticket2Teach, we are absolutely wanting and willing to help you figure out getting those 6 units and getting started in this process, because we obviously have a passion for early childhood education and want to get more people who are passionate to join us in this field.
And also, if you don't already have those 6 core units of child growth and development and child, family, and community, Questa enrollment is open right now, and classes start on Tuesday, and there are still spots in those classes, so you can definitely get in there. Brenda asked, does a prospect need to be 18? I don't think we've directly talked about this question.
I am unsure as far as from the employer perspective. We may have to look into that. And I know, Brenda, you run the Bear Kittens in the, the dual enrollment. So we will look into that and get back to you. Can most classes be done online? Did we address that question yet? Okay.
So I'll answer that one. All the ECE courses, and actually, let me scratch that. All courses at Questa are now offered online, with a few exceptions of labs that may need to be done in person. Right at this moment, during this stay-at-home order and during spring 2021, every class is offered online. Moving forward, I cannot promise that every single class will be online every semester, but I do know that the college as a whole and colleges across the board have become more comfortable offering courses online. So definitely look into what you want to take. But right now, if you want to take online classes, right now is the time to do it. Can the 6 units be from any school? I have 3 EC units from Questa and 3 from Cal Poly. Yeah, units, we take units from everywhere. Just like if you went to 2 separate schools, 2 separate community colleges, we just compile all the transcripts and make sure that you have what you need. But wherever you have units from, we'll take them. What is the age range or grade level range that ECE enables you to teach? I'm going to stop answering questions. You guys need to.
There are lots of availabilities in ECE. When people think of ECE, and most of the centers have infant toddler, so really birth to 5 is the traditional age range. Some centers offer infant toddler programs. Some are offer just the preschool age, 3 to 5, and some go up to school age that would include a little bit of the kindergarten, that 5 year range, but it's typically birth to 5 is our ECE range.
And then I work Monday through Friday until 3:30 p.m. Would I have to quit?
I can answer that. I think traditionally speaking, most centers operate during regular business hours, Monday through Friday. I know I've heard of some programs. We would have to look into Quality Counts participants in particular, offering evening programs or weekend programs. Oftentimes that's a family child care setting, which we haven't talked about just yet, but we do have Quality Counts participants who are family child care. So in-home care really is what family child care is. And so we would be able to look into that for you. So I think we do have a couple of follow-ups to do with Jane and Brenda in particular in regards to the students who are under 18, and then working with our Quality Counts participants and figuring out if we do have the non-traditional hours currently in our county and where those are in the various regions. So we will follow up with those unless somebody else knows otherwise, but I'm not aware of after hour care right now.
hopefully someday in the future, we will be able to see those sites pop up again, because there is a need for them. During traditional times, people need care at all hours of the day. I don't know if we have sites that would part. I apparently needed an alarm right now. I don't know if we have sites that would pair with us or partner with us right now, but I know of a couple 24-hour sites that are open around the county. So you never know what might be out there. And that's a really great reason to join the program and explore your opportunities and see where you can get that experience. But don't overwork yourself. Don't have 2 full-time jobs.
There were 3 questions that put in the that were in the chat. I just want to make sure you guys saw the chat that was going on.
3 questions in the chat.
Looked like there were more comments than that, than anything.
One question is, would I be able to chat by phone eventually?
Absolutely. Yeah. And just to make that easy, I can't remember if my phone number is on these slides, but if not, I will drop my phone number in the chat.
Yours and mine are both on there, Maddie.
Perfect. Yes, we like phone calls.
And that also would be that next step after you fill out the application. When we set up the interview, we will do individual meets like this, but then you also have all of our contact information to reach out and ask more specific questions, or if a question pops up while you're filling out the application tonight, then our emails are there, and also phone calls, and we'd love to answer more questions when they come up.
And I'll also say that a wonderful thing about the cohort meetings is so many questions get answered that you might not even know you had. So while you get that individual support, you also have the support of your cohort, and you get to learn so much that you didn't even know you needed to know.
And then just to make sure you all know, you will be getting a copy of this. We're recording it right now, so you don't have to frantically write down all of this information. You'll have access to it later, I promise.
And then you also see, in addition to Maddie and I on this first page, you also see Michelle Johnson on there. She is she is the ECE faculty. And so if you're looking for specific questions about coursework, about the classes you need, she is the go-to and will help you. We would be connecting you to her to make sure that you're enrolled in the correct classes that you need to move forward. And then I think we have Lauren and Katie also on that next page, just in case you want to reach out to them.
I'm always up to answering emails. I will probably refer you, if it's Ticket2Teach, on to somebody else, but I'm always happy to talk to people about ECE. Are the online classes distance learning or online as in accessible at all hours? That is a conversation that is has a lot of specifics because of the way that colleges are offering classes right now. Distance learning is all on the computer, but some courses are synchronous, which means you would be going at the same time every week and meeting just like this on a Zoom call or whatever that may be. And then there's also asynchronous courses like ECE 245. That's why I put that in the chat, because I teach that course. That's my favorite course, I'm not gonna lie. And that's asynchronous. So it opens on Monday morning and it closes on Sunday night. Everything's available and you have that opportunity all week to access it. So definitely when you go on ClassFinder, whatever classes you're taking, whatever college you're going to, make sure to look at welcome letters and look at the class descriptions, because it should say if you would be meeting at a specific time or if it would just be a traditional online course.
So I just want to remind everybody to go to the Ticket2Teach.org website where you can get the application. We'll also be following up with you through email with the email you used to register for this. Looks like we have one more question that came up.
Jane, this is a great question. One of the great things about this application is the application itself is not a commitment. It's kind of a show of interest. And then through our interview and through our conversations, we can help you decide if this is the right path for you. And so yes, I encourage you to fill out the application and so that you can learn more about the process and the program, as well as we can learn more about you and your needs and see if we do have what is available to support you. We do have an amazing ECE community in this county, and a very supportive community. And so it definitely is something I encourage you to, even if you're not 100% sure, that's what the application's for us to find out if this is the right fit for you.
All right, if there's no further questions, we encourage you to apply and get in touch with our ECE professionals that were here today. We'll be posting this information on the Ticket2Teach website, as well as the slides for you to look at, and we'll be following up by email just to make sure that you have an opportunity to apply for this opportunity. Thank you so much for your time, and have a good evening.